welcome to another episode of Mr. Top Hat Show. Today we are going to speak a little about, as you can see behind me, the action movie Sisu, and I'm going to try to do a layman's review of what I think when I saw it. I saw it a couple of days ago. I think I saw it on the 3rd of August, so like a week ago or something like that. It's a little bit debated whether it's released in 2022 or 2023. I would say 2023 because from what I can see, it has been in the movies like the summer and things like that, and now it has been released on Google Play and stuff like that. Anyway, Sisu, you shouldn't see Sisu if you are in the wrong mindset, or if you don't like gory movies, or if you don't like bloody movies and stuff like that. It's more along the lines of what should I say, like Hobo with a Shotgun and Kill Bill and stuff like that. It's a really gory movie, and it's a simple movie. Really, it's a bit like the Postal movie. I know that it didn't get that much of attraction. It wasn't that popular uh, scene or movie like that, but yeah, it's a good comparison at least. So for those who have seen those three movies, knows what I'm talking about. The problem with Sisu is that like the jokes that are in movies like From Dusk Till Dawn or Django or Django is too much of a serious comparison, but you know that the dark humor that it can sometimes be when you see a Quentin Tarantino movie is really, it isn't there. It's too complicated. It's not really sure if they had a laugh when they did the Sisu movie. Instead, you have to think like the creators or the directors that, oh, I thought they had a laugh when they did this. It's not really sure. You don't really know. You just think that, oh, they couldn't have taken this seriously. But when I saw it, was too much in the wrong headspace. I thought more along the lines of Tuntematon Sotilas or Unknown Soldier or Okänd Soldat as it's called in Swedish. I thought it would be more of a serious movie with some gory details and some more funny jokes, like a good story, like for example Hobo with a Shotgun, like Rutger Hauer. It isn't that bad of a comparison. I would say they look quite the same. I wouldn't say unfortunately, almost I thought unfortunately, but it's I think they have chosen the characters with care in that kind of sense. Um, but I would say it's a lackluster in like story, and I thought it would be a Finnish movie with, I hope, the more Finnish language and a better explanation of the Finnish Sisu and stuff like that. But the characters speak is either English or basically nothing. It's just an introduction in Finnish, and he's just this dark kind of character who is for himself, and he's driven by the Sisu, which they explains in the movie in the beginning, and when you just have to power through everything, and you just have nothing left, but you have the will, not really the will even to survive. You just survive from the Sisu. Anyway, it's like they I hope when they did this movie they brought it to the light of the international audience, really, because when you live in Finland, of course, but actually in Sweden also, as and have a lot of relatives that are of Finnish descent, I would say, even myself, know really the feel of the Sisu and what the Finnish people mean with Sisu. But I think they have tried to make it more a mythological thing, tried to have fun with the wording, and tried to have brought it to a more an international audience for them to be like, I have the Finnish Sisu, you can say it in like USA or something like that, and it would be a fun thing, and they hope it to bring the Finnish Sisu mythological stuff abroad, really. That's my at least opinion of it. As I said, you cannot be really sure with this movie. You have to do like the guesswork of the directors and what they have thought about it and stuff like that. And for me, that's a really bad point. Should have made it more clearly what is a joke, I would say, and what they have taken seriously. To me, it's not that clear, and then it's hard to laugh, and it's hard to know if you should be like yeah or fuck yeah and stuff like that, and or if you should be like yeah fuck, that was cool, and laugh at it and have a good time. I would say I would recommend to you to have that kind of mental setting or mindset when you see the movie. Because if you think anything else of it, that it should be historical, or as I did, compared to Unknown Soldier and everything like that, very good movie, by the way. You should watch it. If you haven't really done it yet, but you should. Anyway, if you compare it to anything serious, anything other than like a Rambo movie or just I don't like the to say the senseless action, but that's more or less what it is. It is senseless action, but for some people it might be the right thing. It might be the right thing. For me, it wasn't the right thing. I would say the actors are actually quite good. I would have wished personally that it was more of a story, more of the Finnish like feel of it, more dialogue. He's more the tough guys don't look at explosion kind of guy. He doesn't basically have a line in the whole movie, like 4 lines or something like that, but 98% of the time he's a quiet guy who does his thing, and yeah, it's just a quiet film. Somebody may like that, and I see the resemblance of like machete films and stuff like that. But I miss the when I discussed it with a friend. We were discussing, and it was like to be a Finnish Rambo, and I would say that they have succeeded, but to a lower quality and exactly the right word, senseless action. But if that's what you want to have, if that's what you're looking for, if that's what you want to, yeah, if that's what you want to have, then it's very fine. But if you came in with a mindset like I did, it's completely horrendous. It took me like an hour or something like that to think that they must have had a laugh when they did this. So I laughed at it and was like, oh, this is just a senseless action movie. Oh, it wasn't really what I wanted to watch in the morning, like when I woke up, and I was like, oh, it's a brand new movie. Oh, cool, it's a Finnish movie. Of course I will support that. It's an independent thing, like, and I hope it gets really, really popular and stuff like that to bring Sisu to the audience, to the wider world, and they can have a laugh at that and understand the cultural meaning around it. Funny that I brought in some Swedish words anyway. But yeah, so they can understand the nature of it. I wouldn't say that it's the true nature, but it's some nature, and I hope they had a laugh when they did it. A scene from the movie which describes really most everything of it is when he is hunted by these Nazis, and he had this gold which he has his problems with it, of course. He's only one man and he has a tank crew hunting him. Then he does something, I can't really remember what, but he throws something that's make the smoke screen. And when the smoke screen is up, he gathers this kind of mines on the road, and then he from the smoke, everything is quiet. They send in one soldier and like that and stuff like this. He flips this kind of mine on the head of a soldier, and then it explodes and poof, and all the brains and stuff like, yeah. You see, it's a gory movie, so yeah, everything like it's an over the top. I mean, who the fuck flips a grenade and it explodes in the face of someone? Maybe some of you would say, oh yeah, so it would be blah blah. Well, what do I know? But yeah, it does that. So for example, he is dragged behind the plane and stuff like. But what I actually really like about it, it's the quality of the movie. It's the look of the movie. It's a really beautiful shot movie. Really, it's beautiful scenes. It's beautiful background. It's this beautiful like mountain nature and this beautiful lonely desolate road which he rides through with his pickaxe, and he's getting like tormented by these Nazis and everything like that. It's a really good movie with really good special effects. I think everything is done in Finland, so I am proud of what they have done. It's really good to see that Nordic countries in independent movies can do such things. It's amazing to me. So the special effects and everything like that is really really good, I would say. So it's a really cool thing to see, and it's a beautiful scenes and this beautiful scenery that they have chosen, and they have really good like close-up shots of the guy, and yeah, it's a really 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 nice scene. Um, but this doesn't do the whole movie, as of course you know. So I would give the movie. If you came in with the mindset like me and wanted something else with a more story, with a more deeper character building, more unfortunately, I would say it's more of a senseless action movie. I don't like the thought of a senseless action movie, but it feels like it's a, it's such a small character build up. It's such a bad. I would say work by the actors, even though the actors are from the Unknown Soldier movie, which is a Finnish movie. They're speaking in Finnish and they're trying to like portray the wars in Finland with the Soviet Union during the Second World War. Very very awesome movie. It's one of my favorite movies. So it's a really good actor squad, I would say, or actor setup for this, but they aren't cut out for this. Or I hope they were like, oh, it's just the action movie. Oh, we want to have fun. Uh, and I hope they said that, because if they didn't and thought it would be something else, nah, I wouldn't be that kind of proud of what I did. And unfortunately, at least for me, I would have liked to see that they are speaking German if they are talking to a German guy, and I would see more dialogue. Even the dialogue could be in Finnish or German or whatever, but it makes no sense. It is no character build up, no. It really doesn't draw you into. It just draws you into the violence, which leaves a quite empty movie. Although the actions are cool, but it doesn't give you much other than action. If you like action and that's what you're looking for, fine. That's what you're gonna get, and then you can do it 7 or 8 even. But if you're looking for anything other than senseless action and cool action movie to watch with your friends, then you would be down to, as I did when I thought of it as a sensible movie, I would give it a 3 or 4. Unfortunately, I wish it wouldn't be that way, but it is. So, if you're in for action, 7 or 8. If you're not down for action, 3 or 4. Unfortunately. Good looking, stunning movie. Good actors, actually. A funny thing that I like is that a squad of women actually conquers. I don't want to spoil too much, but it's an awesome movie with I think the perspective of the ladies and the lady captives, the female captives, is what actually makes it somewhat good and somewhat actually funny, because it's somewhat a feministic perspective on the movie, and which makes revenge in another awesome way actually. So that's a really good take on it, but unfortunately the good actors that they have in the movie, they don't really get the, what should I say, the exposure that they actually deserve, I think, or stuff like that. They don't really act on it, and they don't let out their full potential. And to me, that loves the Unknown Soldier movie. That's more or less sad almost. Hope to see you next time. Have a good time and awesome time. Bye.